Yeah, I just pressed the famous. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, I just pressed the go live button. So I'm gonna give it a few moments and see if someone would join. Because I want to check the audio levels and see if everything works fine. I want to give this Matriarch a really nice live stream tomorrow, but let's just set it up and see what it's capable of. So yeah, some people are joining in. So hello, hey man, hey Sebastian, hey OL, hey Alan, and everyone. Yeah, hi. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more organized when streaming in the future, in the near future, like in the current future. So what I want to do is to just make it better. So I'm just gonna ask you, you're gonna be the test audience here. I'm gonna ask you, first of all, is the audio okay? Does my voice transfer? Is it too loud? Is it too, is it all right? And also, when I'm playing this, is this too loud or is it okay? So when I speak at the same time, I think I have some compression on that should kind of even it all out. Yeah, låter bra, säger Tobias Kramer. And yeah, all good. And yeah, cool. So what I want to do is I'm just going to keep it short today. I just want to give you a sneak peek. I just got the Matriarch. This is by far the Moog machine that sparked the most interest in me personally. I'm going to move the mic a little bit closer actually. So, like, maybe point it down towards my mouth. Yeah, it's like that. Well, the Matriarch. I've seen a lot of Moog products, but I think products, I don't like calling it products. Moog instruments, I've seen a lot. And when the Grandmother came out, I really liked the Grandmother. It was really nice. And then quite shortly thereafter, the Matriarch came out. They have a lot of stuff in common, but this has like a stereo vibe. It's more it's more of everything. Yeah, so let's just build a little patch. I'm gonna see what it feels like, and maybe I'm gonna raise the volume a bit of the Moog just for my own listening experience. I'm also gonna keep an eye on like the mixing, the compression tool here. Yeah, is it too loud in relation to my voice? Maybe it is. I should keep it down. I have like louder monitoring or something. So, hello everyone for joining it. Thanks for joining in. I'm gonna make a proper live stream tomorrow because I think I've got a phone call scheduled in about 20 minutes. So there's gonna be a 20 minutes little stream here. So I'm just gonna go through what it is here, just super quick. It's a semi-modular, which means it's halfway patched already. So as you can see now, there's no patch points, no patch cables, and it's still, you can play it. So I'm gonna record a little sequence by turning this to rec, and then I'm gonna press I think that's all you need to know. Just put it to rec and build a sequence. Like that. Turn it back to sequence and play and hold. That's crazy. Whoa, hey Dennis, thanks for the donation. Yeah, save it for tomorrow though. Tomorrow's going to be worth the donation, I hope. I'm going to make more of this. So let's see, what have we got here? Yeah, so we got a little sequencer. We have some different memories in the sequencer. This is from yesterday, I think. Also, we have a delay, a stereo delay over here, so which is nice. And they have this concept in two, is it two places? Yeah, it's here and here. The filter and the stereo delay could be panned, and they call it spacing. So this, it's essentially like an offset. You're turning one ear slightly different to the other. So if I space the stereo delay here, if you're wearing a headset now, you can hear that the timing in the different ears is different. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so the filters, I'm gonna turn up the sustain, turn down the release, turn it to mono, because now I've been playing chords, right? It's monophonic, but it's paraphonic. So I can play up to 4 tones at the same time by having each of these oscillators play through the same filter. But if it's turned to 1, it's pure monophonic. Yeah. So I particularly like the paraphonic because each one of these, each of the voices can have their own tone. Like the first one is currently a triangle. Second one could be a sawtooth, but it's not playing until you're playing 2 notes. And then it's way louder than the other one because like a sawtooth has more presence. So I'm tuning that down in the volume. How about the third one could be a square? And maybe that one could be an octave above. It's just fun. And the third one could be a square too, with different setting there. Pulse width is slightly shorter. Yeah. So as you hear, that creates a whole new different life in it because it's kind of coming all around here. Like this is just one of, it's just playing this one, but when I play 2, I play these 2, 3, and it becomes a little bit unpredictable when each oscillator is taking over and where it hits. So that is super fun to play. I think this is so much fun. This is fun. Yeah, it's extraordinarily fun. Yeah. And with this dreamy delay there, now I've turned a lot of stereo on there. Maybe we could do faster. It's like a bathtub. Nice. Okay, next step. How do you use these patch points? Well, you have cables for that. So for instance, the modulation section there, it's also kind of already pre-configured. You can do some stuff with it. For instance, this wheel, the mod wheel, you could hear there was something there. Let's see. How about setting it to like the modulation curve there to to sine wave, we can hear it's doing something. Pitch amount. I'm going to turn this off. So this is also pre-patched, but you can patch it yourself to send that to wherever you want. And also pulse width amount. Right now we can't hear it because the triangle doesn't have pulse width. But if I change it to square, we could hear some pulse width modulation there. And cutoff amount. So it is pre-configured to do stuff, but the fun thing is when you start patching it, this is where you can take it to a whole new level. Just gonna see what you're saying in the chat there. So cool. I feel I entered an arcade. Yeah. This is neat. Like it's like an arcade. Yeah. Let's see. Skeeter Knees. Did you pick up this just recently? And going to be streaming with it tomorrow too. Yeah. I've been cleaning my desk and also invested in some, or actually, Blackmagic Design. They asked me if I wanted to try some of the new streaming equipment. So yeah, I'm trying the A10 Mini Pro, which is a super nice streaming solution. I've been using Blackmagic for years and years. I love their products, so I'm already no stranger to Blackmagic. So this is actually streaming the whole stream right now through hardware. I'm just using the computer to set it up, but then I could yank the cables from the computer. It's streaming on its own, which I think is so reliable. And also super cool. This is also part of what I'm doing today. I'm gonna just test the technology today. So I can connect my secondary camera. Now this is my super wide lens, but this could be a good one for close-ups. So for instance, I could switch to this one and show you, like, if you're particularly interested in something, I could go in and say, yeah, this works like this. And this is the Zoya Euroviewer coming out very soon. And yeah, cool. Switch back. Which I find this really cool, actually. Super helpful and fun to use. Yeah. Okay, so let's make a first little patch here. I want to use this, the LFO here, and I want to send it to the linear FM input and see what happens. I'm going to turn this to triangle. I'm going to take this one, wave out, send it to linear FM in. Yeah, so this essentially is modulating the frequency of this oscillator. So if I turn it up, if I turn the speed up really fast, like this, this is super cool. This is super cool. And what's more, actually, I'm going to turn it to monophonic again and turn this down. I can actually tune this to be an oscillator. Yeah, so let's do this. There's additional patch points on the back here. Let's see how long a cable I need for that. Let's see. Harp keyboard. Yeah, it's right here. I'm gonna have to lean over. Sorry. Exp modulation with keyboard CV out. Keyboard CV, is it long enough? No, it's just short. Okay, the grey one is slightly longer. Okay. Rate in, which is gonna make this follow the keyboard. So let's just listen. This is it's an LFO, but it can go up to audio rate, so it can become an oscillator. So wave out, I'm just gonna put it into oscillator 2 input here and play this. Right now we're hearing the oscillator. I turn it down, and now in oscillator 2 input, I'm kind of hijacking and taking over. I'm not playing this oscillator, but I'm playing the LFO. Ooh, that was noise. So now I need to tune it in relation to. It's not as precise as the other ones, but it's pretty close, yeah. Like Moog is not typically doing sine waves, so this is very unusual to be playing with a sine wave on a Moog. It's very round and so that's the sound of the LFO, and this has some different waveforms. Sawtooth down, ramp up, very similar. This is sample and hold. This is random. So if I apply this then again to the linear FM input, now that it's tuned to the same pitch, well, it's 1 octave above, what is sounding like now? Let's see. So now the pitch is kind of following it, and now we're thinking maybe we would like to have that flow in and out. Well, instead we can send it to an attenuator, which is gonna decide how much of that is gonna be sent. So making a little stop here, following this little knob and saying, well, I just want to send this amount of that into here. And that knob, that very knob there, could be dictated by the CV input, which could be controlled by something over here. No, it's not long enough. What do I do? I have a longer cable somewhere. I invested in some sick amount of cables. Okay, how about the black one, mega cable? So I'm gonna take the envelope from this. Is that a good idea? Like, yeah, and send it here and see what happens. Or maybe I'll take the, like this, there's a secondary LFO here. I could take that one. Let's see. And then the cable is long enough, so that's good. Whoa. That's crazy. So while this is crazy, this one could be straight. So I'll bring that one. Cool. And with the paraphony going on now, the first one is crazy, second one is kind of straight. Yeah, all possibilities are open. This is sick. Okay. So how about taming this with a filter? Actually, I'm gonna, that was a bit too crazy. Okay. And now now I'm going to show you the stereo aspect of this. The filter has 3 different modes: series, stereo, and parallel. So I've got it in stereo now, which is 2 low-pass filters, one for the right side and one for the left side, and also using the spacing to kind of determine how far away in frequency they should be. And keyboard tracking could also be on. And a tad of the reverb, no, delay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have an appointment on the phone with Apple in about 1 minute, because my Apple Pencil doesn't work anymore. So if they call me like this very second, I'm gonna just end the live stream and get on with the meeting. But I can't remember if it was today or tomorrow or yesterday. So let's keep going. Actually, I prefer the paraphonic mode. Okay, let's keep up with the comments. Hey. Yeah. I'm just gonna have a little sequence going here, and then let's see. That's a nice delay, isn't it? And thanks for all the comments, by the way. Thank you. Thanks. Metroid? Sweet. Oh yeah, this could be like a Metroid synth. So now, yeah, the stereo of this sound now is coming both from the filter, which is slightly, could be even more of that. And also through the delay. How about this? This could be controlling the, yeah, the filter. Let's do that. So, let's see. Oh. Keyboard. Modulation out. Filter. I don't know. Actually, is it this? Cutoff in? Yeah. has a nice tone, doesn't it? It has a tone, and you can make it sound very different from this, and more like a classic Moog. But I don't know. I really like these clear, lush sounds. Oh, thank you so much for that donation. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cholo Records. Wait till you start patching it into the morphogene. Yeah. To be honest, I'm a total noob on the morphogene. I just had a couple of days with it. I get it, but I'm gonna go into the firmware, and there is not into the firmware. There's a config file there. You can set up the morphogene to act faster, and the default state is kind of slow, which I don't appreciate. So I'm gonna go in there and see what I can do to make it respond faster. I want it to be really tight. Can you assign more than one thing to the mod wheel at the same time? Yeah, sure. First of all, it's kind of pre-configured, so if you want any of this modulation to respond to the mod wheel, it's already there. But what you could do is, instead of sending this straight into the destination, you can send it into the utilities, which is a multiplier, and then from there you can take it to the cutoff input, for instance. Same thing, but maybe you will also want it to control the pitch of one of the oscillators. For instance, and maybe that was too much. So maybe you want to control just a little bit of that. So then you send it, instead of sending it straight to there, send it to the through an attenuator. Let's see. Like an octave. Thanks for helping me decide on my next reckless purchase. You're welcome. Thank you. Let's say, what was I saying? Spooky, lovely timbre. Yeah. So, just a short crash course. Is the audio still okay? Is it too low, too loud, or is it just my voice in relation to the synth? All good? Someone is asking about the subharmonicon. I was let in on the subharmonicon very early on, and I saw a sneak peek of it at the NAMM show earlier this year. And yeah, it's one of these serene, clear little. It's got these nice intervals and evolving in a very clear and elegant way. But to be honest, I'm much more interested in something like this. This has much more unpredictable ways to go. So I think, I liked it, but I was slightly underwhelmed in that I expected it to be much more. But because when you're in touch with some marketing person, they always say, we've got this amazing thing coming. Would you like to have a peek? And yeah, of course I want to have a little peek. And then you see it, and maybe it didn't match my expectations at the time, but it's really neat, and I've seen some people use it in such a lovely way. I'm not sure I could do that. Maybe I can, with a little practice. Vibrato effect on the mirror. Yeah. It's vibrating. Yeah, I wish it was super solid. So how about making some Metroid? Let's see. I never remember it quite. That would have been nice to make some game music actually sometimes. Yeah. See, Michael Landy, makes sense to me. I have one coming in the mail tomorrow. Cool. You're more of a keyboard player than I am, so I could see why the Matriarch fits your vibe more. Yeah, totally. I enjoy turning everything around in one go, like what you could do with a keyboard, and this really speaks to me. So yeah, for more progressive tonal constellation work, I think the subharmonica is super nice. Let's see. Volca Keys has an amazing sequencer. Yeah, hey, Dole is jamming. Hey, how are you? Hope you're good over there. This is nice. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make a stream tomorrow with this. I want to explain it a little bit better tomorrow, and also I want to involve the Eurorack and see how it speaks together. And one thing I want to do tomorrow is to sequence each of the oscillators and see if I can do that in a way that makes sense, and also play it. So kind of experimental. That's what I want to do tomorrow. And maybe I actually want to do like a proper tutorial on this, but live in a live stream, it's cool to experiment a little bit. I'm gonna see who's talking to me right now. Not Moog related, but quick question about building synth on the Zoya. What do I have to do to the CV signal to make dual oscillator synth with a sub-octave? You just need to divide the CV signal by 2 or in half by, use a multiplier to make it half as the value half. Then the frequency is half. Or you could just send the same frequency just at 50% into the sub one. Can you do drum and bass on that Moog? Yeah, totally. I mean, the NerdSec is the total drum and bass. Yeah, like this one. This is really cool for very hectic, yeah, drum and bass stuff. This, talking to this, yeah, sure, that could be drum and bass. Yeah. So who else is saying something? Hello. I'm reading the comment here. Mr. Beginning, what reverb are you using? Has the Moog one on board? No, it's the stereo delay on the on the Moog Matriarch. The stereo delay has a very big feel, especially when you offset the right and left. It becomes this, yeah, it has a very nice tail. Becomes very smooth in the end. Yeah. So no external reverb. Cool. Yeah, Dulles Jamming will be here tomorrow. Yeah, if you want to catch the stream. At what time? I don't know, actually. I've got people who follow me all around the world, and I never really know what time is the best time to stream. But it makes sense. Like, is this a good time for the US? Are you in the US right now? I mean, Dulles Jamming is in the US. So this could be like early in the morning in the US. Well, it depends on what coast you are. Like on the West Coast, this would be 9 something. I don't know. Yeah, well, say maybe a little bit later than this, like 2 hours later or something. Or maybe this. I'll announce it on my page here, and then you can see the time. Tony York is coming here. Cool. Just rang the bell. I have to be here for it too. Yeah, cool. See you then, Tony. How's the sequencer? Yeah, the sequencer is nice. Let's go back to yeah. I could show you just a close up here. So basically, it's a super simple concept. Sorry, I'm gonna try to hold this while I program. You turn this to rec. Now it's gonna record all of the steps that I input on the keyboard. So and then I turn it to sequence again. And now when I press play there, it's now going to play the sequencer whenever I press a note. Okay, I'm going to turn down the reverb, make it really snappy to hear it a bit clearer. And then I have something called tie and ratchet. Tie is not releasing the note between the different steps. Ratchet is doing it. Is it a double trig? Let's see. I could play it and hold it. Let's see. And now, when it's running, I can press these in real time. If I, while it's running, go into rec mode. Now, if I press the ratchet now, it recorded that. Yeah. And then I turn it to sequencer again. And now, if I go into forward backward, it's going to run the whole sequence forward and then the whole sequence backwards. And random is going to pick random steps. So that's the sequencer. And if a sequence is long, you go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 sequences and 1, 2, 3 banks. So 3 times 4 is 12, 12 sequences. I don't know if they have a maximum length. I mean, they probably have some. I don't know. It's probably in the manual somewhere. So if I take sequence 2, or maybe bank 2, okay, so I had the sequence here in bank 3, and now it's in random. If it's in order, and I can and while it's playing, I could yeah. And of course, this could all be properly synced to like a sequencer or anything. So this is super playful. I think it reminds me a little bit of the endless sequencer on the OP1, just that it's more interactive because you can also enter stuff on the fly and play around with the order of it in a fun way. Yeah, I like that. So the input here, and yeah, by the way, that's the sequencer. If you turn the sequencer to the left, or the selector there, that is an arpeggiator. Let's see what it does. I don't know, I need to play it. Is it playing what I recorded? I think it does. Let's see. I don't know. Let's investigate. So it's turned to ARP. It's in the right order. I'm gonna enter a note, just one. It's gonna be this. Just one note. Play the arpeggiator. Okay. If I just do this. Oh, okay. Okay, now I get it. So it says octave and bank here. So when you're in sequencer mode, this is the bank and the sequencer. And when you're in the ARP mode, it's octave. But I don't think it's playing the sequencer at all. And actually, it doesn't tell you this, but when I create a sequence, it's also recording the velocity. So the velocity could also be used. So if the velocity was doing something with a filter, for instance, let's try that. I need one long cable for that, I think. Let's see. So ARP sequencer, velocity out, and cutoff in. Let's see. Okay, let's see if it. That's the sequencer. Okay, arpeggiator. So it determines between my two fingers there, one soft and one hard. Like soft, hard. So now the CV from the velocity is sent to the cutoff filter. that is really neat. Oh, what else? I could actually do that with the aftertouch. Let's try that too. So, aftertouch, keyboard velocity, keyboard aftertouch. So let's see if that works at the same time as the. Yeah. It's doing the whole range though, so I should use like a attenuator for that. It's too much. So attenuator, output, take it back in. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, neat. Let's build up feedback. Yeah, cool. So I conclude this test streaming a success. I'll get back to you tomorrow and stream more tomorrow. So I hope to see some of you then. I'm going to try to make a little more experiment with the Matriarch and my modular. Particularly, I want to sequence each of the oscillators individually and see if that is fun. It could be chaos, but I want to try it. And then at some point rather soon I want to make more of a tutorial with proper zooming in and a tutorial on the Matriarch. I like it. Cool. Just gonna take a little quick peek at the chat before we wrap this up, and I hope everyone is doing all right out there. This is a rather particular time for obvious reasons, but I hope everyone is doing fine. It's I can work from home, I can work in my studio, and I'm very fortunate because I don't have any co-workers. I'm all alone, so in that sense I'm fortunate. But if you're in a big team and I hope everyone is doing all right. Cool. Since I have no spare money, I have ages to go back and forth between fantasizing between Matriarch and the Udo Super 6. The Udo Super 6. Yes. What a fantastic sounding synth. That is also one of these, one of a kind. I heard it very early on in the development, and I wasn't really sure if it was going to be special or just another synth, but it turned out super special when it was done. That is some very lovely stuff. Yeah, thank you all for joining. Appreciate the demo. Thanks. Hope you're all right. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm fine. It's been a little bit of a. This past month I have a family. I have a son, or two kids, a stepson too, and it's been. You need to kind of adjust really quickly to this new way of living, and it's been going really well. Norway is not hit bad by the situation, and everyone is acting quickly, and it's going fine here. But I've been homeschooling my kid, and now schools are opening again, and yeah, it's new ways of living, but it's also a lot of time to do gnarly stuff. I'd say I've skated a little bit more, which I love. Great to see you, Kuku. I'm taking time to rest. Cool. Dulles jamming. Take time to rest. I hope you're alright. The Euro Bureau. Yeah. Uli is jealous of the Euro Bureau. Yeah, I've been testing it a bit. I should be testing it more actually, but I haven't prioritized testing it. But it's running fine. There are some issues with the early beta version of the hardware that I have that I have adjusted, and it's running fine. It's really good. What I'm excited most about with the Euro Bureau is the new sampler module, which is not ready yet. I haven't been able to test it. There is a very early version of it, but basically you can load in samples from the SD card and create a module or several modules that play samples from the SD card, and you can save samples that you record, which is basically making this super, yeah, it's really cool, like a little sample player. Looking forward to that. It's going to be ready really soon. AZ says, make a skate video. I would love to, but it would be really short. It's like, I don't know any tricks to you know, I just like to ride and improve my own. Yeah, I like improving, but to make a skate video, I feel like I'd just be riding and making ollies and kick flips, and that's about it. It would be a very chill video, but maybe not that exciting to watch for others other than me. Greetings from Helsinki. Nice to hear from you. Thank you for joining in. So does he get free equipment, or does his parents pay for it? Are you asking me? I've come a long way with my YouTube channel now, and a lot of people pay attention to what I'm doing here. So at this point, a lot of manufacturers, they contact me and say, hey, are you interested in this or that? And mostly it's about syncing it up to product launches, and sometimes I'm part of that because it's stuff that I'm excited about. But if it's stuff that I'm not vibing like 100% for, I say no. And in this case, this has been something we've been talking about for quite some time now. And yeah, Moog was very gracious to send me one. That was super kind of them. And this is the one. For me, this is the Moog one. I mean, the Moog one is spectacular. It's super. But for me, this is the one. So I'm super excited to use this. Yeah. Will you do a model cycles mega tutorial, more streams with it? Yeah, definitely. I want to do that. Yeah, model cycles is awesome. Super nice. I love the sound so much. So I want to do. I want to make a whole set just with the model samples. That'd be super cool. Just to have this one little FM synth. Set. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Alexei says, cheers from Russia. What synth do you recommend for a newbie? A synth under $2,000. Whoa. Well, if you're gonna spend that much money on a new synth and you consider yourself a newbie, you can have something very, very something. Yeah. You can select some of the finest stuff, but it all depends on what you want to do. If you want to get nerdy and go into sequencing, if you want to just play really nice sounds on the keyboard, it's too. I can't. I think you need to answer some questions for yourself first. What do you want to do with the synth, and then start looking in that kind of category. Yeah. What company had the weirdest offer? I don't know, and if I knew, I couldn't tell you. But sometimes I get approached by some companies that I've never heard about, and they're about to launch something, and like a software, a musical software platform or something that is aimed for like casual users, and it's just very clear to me that perhaps they haven't even considered what I'm interested in. Just reaching out to every synth person in the world and asking the same question. That is always down. If you could tell by the contact that they don't even know who they're talking to, it's just a mass email, then I never reply to those. Yeah. I think I think that it is for today, and I'm gonna try to be a little bit structured tomorrow, and study up a little bit, and try some stuff out in advance, so that I know that I can pull it off. But I'm really looking forward to do a stream tomorrow too, and this is the Moog Matriarch. It's nice. Okay, last question. Have you tried Behringer Poly D? Does it really sound like Moog? I haven't tried it, and to be honest, I don't really care about Behringer. They've demonstrated many times that the leadership is not very cool. They don't value people's integrity in a very uncool way. So I don't really care about of Behringer products. But I listened to not the Poly D, but the other one, the Mono D. I don't know. I heard one, and it sounds good. It's a good sound quality. So I don't really know more about Behringer products than that. They made some stuff that sounds legit, and the development teams, they're good. So some of the teams are super nice. Yeah. And with those positive words, let's end this with a little tone here. Let's make it sound a bit crazy. Should we do that? Okay, let's go all out. So experimental. Experimental is when it's gonna self-play. So let's do that. Envelope, end out. Into trigger in. Yeah, I can make use of these extremely short ones. Okay, how about this? And then how about something random? End out. Maybe actually I should have the end out. Go to utility. Is that long enough? Cool. This one. End out to a utility multiplier, and then it should feed back into itself to fire this off. But I also want to do what else with this? sync in? Does that work? I have no idea. Let's see. And then put this to I was imagining this. No, okay, I'm gonna take this and do some weird pitches. So now that was weird. Yeah, how about that? Okay, how about another one? Okay, and then I record a little sequence that says and then we play that. That was really weird. It's still playing. What's going on? It's alive. Yeah. That was a weird ending. Let's end it with some more cool vibes here, shall we? Okay, so poly, snappy, quick. Okay, quick. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah. Matriarch. Yeah, it's nice. It can play Nintendo music, such as what's it called again? Castlevania themes. Cool. Well, thank you all for hanging out. I hope I see some of you tomorrow. If this wasn't too long and you've lost interest by now. But see you tomorrow. I'm gonna make a stream tomorrow. I'm gonna involve the modular and see what happens. Yeah, cool. Thank you all for joining in, and hope to see you soon again. Cool. I'm gonna press. Yeah, actually, I can press it right here. I can press stream off. See you soon. Goodbye.